I was going to do a proper intro, but Garry Tonon is straight away going on a blast double, taking his opponent down and sitting on a leg lock straight away. How crazy was Garry at that time? He was mainly focused on submissions. He didn't care about points at all. He just took the opponent down and he's sitting in guard straight away. Going belly down, looking to expose the leg of the opponent. And this opponent is also very high level, so this will be interesting match to watch. Double ankle sweep from Garry. Let's see if he'll stand up. It's hard to stand up from these positions when you don't have the gi on, because you cannot hold the pants and stand up. So Garry took a bottom position again. Maybe going for a K guard, but I doubt he knows to play that guard at that time. He was mostly going like half guard and coyote guard at that time. Also playing like a basic butterfly guard like this. It is very interesting, his guard. You see, like, he is going into a half guard and getting a lockdown straight away, which is very interesting because, like, Gordon Ryan doesn't do this at all. And Garry was his first coach. So, but Gordon never does this. And you see he's looking for a deep underhook here. Maybe a knee bar. Oh my god, that was crazy and very good defense from the opponent. Let's see it in slow motion because that was crazy knee bar. Guys, this is the problem with a lockdown. When people catch it, you straight away need to defend it. Not just like to stay there and camp. You really need to go like backwards and clear your foot from this position. But because this guy was just like getting an overhook, and if you see like how much higher he is on the body of Garry Tonon, so he's not really low. So it's so hard for him to clear that hook. And it is also easier for Garry to pull him into deep half guard with the lockdown. But Garry decided to go for this knee bar. Pay attention how he will breach into this knee bar. This is like very interesting how he did this. But it is all because this guy on top is just camping into this position instead of like going backwards and defending the lockdown. But watch the left hand of the opponent, how he's pushing the top hip of Garry down. So that is why he was not submitted with that knee bar. Like that push of the hip was really relieving the pressure from that knee bar. But that was amazing work from Garry, but also very good defense from the opponent. And because Garry Tonon went so hard for that knee bar, this opponent is now free, you see, because he had to let go of that lockdown to try to finish that knee bar. And now if you see the left leg of the opponent is not completely stuck, so he can move a lot more than he had before. So let's see what he will do. This is very good position for Garry to go into deep half guard. And he just needs to pull him a little bit more over him. So let's see. Hey guys, I post free breakdowns from the newest matches I can't share on YouTube on my Patreon, along with a lot more study material. I'm sure you'll find something that helps your jiu-jitsu. The link is in the description and pinned comment. And if you're new, subscribe and turn on the bell so you never miss the next study. Also, Garry is using his right butterfly hook in to off-balance the opponent. So this is a very interesting position for both of them. But that right butterfly hook was not very deep, so yeah, Garry let it go and again going for a lockdown. And this guy is not hiding his left leg at all. He's just staying here. So let's see if Garry will manage to get an underhook again and do something from there. Garry really likes this like coyote guard from here. He's very good at it. This guy from top is again into the same position. Yeah, his knee must hurt the next day from this, because he really just like is eating these positions and twist of the leg. And now underhook for Garry. Yeah, this will be deep half guard for sure. Let's see. Yeah, this is a good position now for Garry. Let's see, maybe he will get... Oh my god, the opponent jumped for a leg lock, but he was so stuck, it was like no reasoning at all for him to jump. And now Garry is jumping into a leg lock. He was fighting so hard to get like a top position, just so he can jump into a leg lock straight away. Like the mind of Garry Tonon is like something special, because I cannot understand it. He's like losing position for every little thing. If he only like looks at a footlock, he'll jump on it. He's the only one that doesn't care about points at all. And now he's in the same position he was a minute ago. Just in the same position. All that work he did to end up in the same position. But he's going maybe for this like coyote guard from here. Let's see if he will gain a hip height from here. He just needs to be careful about the left knee of the opponent, because if that knee opens up, it will be like straight into mount for the opponent. So he really needs to be careful about that left knee of that guy. But he's trying to backstep as well and go into a leg lock maybe. Yeah, but he didn't have a good position for that. So, oh my god, Garry Tonon going for a duck under leg drag position and straight away going for inside heel hook. Pummeling into cross ashi. Let's see if he'll manage to get a leg lock from here. He's really focused on finishing this match with a leg lock. Rolling, but he's losing the left knee line of the opponent, so let's see. And this was deeper, but going belly down, and when he went belly down, he lost the knee line again from there. So let's see if the opponent will try to get something of his own. Straight footlock maybe, but if you see the angle of the leg of Garry, he's always pushing his left knee line inwards. So it's hard for the opponent to gain like a good straight footlock attempt. The heel is like slipping when people go inwards to defend with that leg. And Garry is again pummeling that top leg. Oh my god, maybe a junior lock from the opponent, but he lost that again. Yeah, the toe hold into knee bar. That was close, but Garry pushed the knee of the opponent and he released the knee line of his. Garry did. And Garry again plays half guard now. And the opponent is in very good position to pass. I just don't know if he knows how to pass half guard. But maybe he's like outside passer and Garry is forcing him into a half guard. Because he's not even trying to dig for an underhook from here. He's not even like cross facing. He's just like trying to stay here. And he's giving this lockdown for free every time. Oh my god, Garry bridging, but the opponent stayed on top. And again, Garry is trying to put his right butterfly hook in. Let's see if he'll manage to extend that left leg of the opponent and get the butterfly. No, he's going for this like coyote guard, let's see. Yeah, he will either roll him or stand up in a dogfight. Yeah, he's going for a dogfight. The opponent rolling for a leg lock maybe. But he was so far away. He was not under the hips of Garry. Now Garry is on top. Maybe looking for over-under. This is interesting position. So maybe he will pass the guard, but the opponent is going for an arm drag. Yeah, that arm drag was very nice from that position. And now Garry is playing guard again, scooting under the opponent. Maybe going for a leg lock straight into a knee bar. Let's see. This is deep. This is very deep. And he submitted the opponent. That was amazing. Let's see the full sequence in slow motion. Let's first see the arm drag from the opponent, because it was amazing. If you see the left arm of Garry, he's underhooking the right leg of the opponent. So this guy is going into an arm drag grip of that arm and also pushing Garry Tonon's head to the other side. Watch this. Watch how he's changing the head side of Garry and straight away going on a wrestle up from that arm drag. And I can only guess that Garry didn't want to have his back taken from that position. Also, he didn't bother that much for a top position because he's mostly focusing on leg locks. So he's straight away going into, he tried to go into like double inside position, but he didn't manage to get his both legs inside. Also, if you watch closely, the guy on top had an underhook on the left arm of Garry. So he did not even bother to stay on top that much as well. So he jumped for an arm lock of some kind on Garry Tonon's left arm. But when he was doing that, he left his left leg exposed and completely extended. So Garry Tonon snatched that leg straight away. And there was no like even space for him to roll into either side so he can relieve that pressure from the knee bar. And Garry took the win. But how amazing that match was. There is like so few matches in this day that are like this. There everybody's just like fighting for points and only to win. And Garry was like full specialist into just like submitting people. He didn't care about points at all. He's like amazing to watch. Hey guys, I post free breakdowns from the newest matches I can't share on YouTube on my Patreon, along with a lot more study material. I'm sure you'll find something that helps your jiu-jitsu. The link is in the description and pinned comment. And if you're new, subscribe and turn on the bell so you never miss the next study.